Hey everybody, how you doing? It's Milton Spence with Well-Rounded Consultant. I'm here with Miss Angel Foggy, and she is the owner and operator of, I will let her give you the name, but I am the owner and operator of Well-Rounded Consulting, where I'm a business consultant and a life coach. But I'm going to open the floor for Miss Foggy right now. Enlighten us, tell us who you are and what you do.
Yes, my name is Angel Foggy, and I am the owner of Angel by Nature LLC, where I have products, holistic products, where women's just wellness overall. It's for self-care and for healthcare for yourself, and not only just women, it's for men as well. But men are a little iffy on whether they want to care for themselves a certain way that women do, because we're more in touch with ourselves. However, it's for comfortable. If you're comfortable, it's for everyone.
Wow. So we're going to dive into not just what you do, but who you are, because what I always believe is the business we create should also mirror or is a part of who we are, who we're meant to be. So right. Angel by Nature, how did you come up with that name?
Well, I thought of my name not just because I wanted my name in it, but I was like, well, my mom named me Angel for a reason. And what do angels do? They watch over you, help. I just thought from a holistic standpoint, I can be an angel bringing gifts to those who, accept holistic living. And it's all by nature. So I was just like, naughty by nature, angel by nature. And honestly, that's the truth. That's exactly how I came up with the name. So, Angel by Nature LLC.
Awesome. So tell us about Angel by Nature. What are some of the products and services that you offer?
Well, I have yoni steaming. That's the main thing. That's something that dates way, way back that women used to do just to help you heal after childbirth. However, it's done for many, many more reasons. And I came up with my own blend, and it's called Lotus Flower, because lotus flower, it grows in muddy water. So we weather the storm many times with our body. We go through so many things. And I wanted to create a blend that's going to be helpful for just about everything that you deal with as women. And I also made a men's blend called Gentleman, for those aren't too afraid to try it out. I have herbal teas to drink as well to help with many things like detoxing, men's tea called King Tea. That's overall men's health as well, and women's called Goddess Tea as well, and bath soaks. It's just detox pearls. I have many things, and I'm still adding on.
That's awesome. That's awesome, man. And I have to say that I'm happy to see someone taking interest in not just the health of a man and a woman, but also the overall wellness of a person. I truly believe that you can be healthy in mind and unhealthy in body. So I totally am an advocate for the mind. I also try to drive people towards the health side, except for I am not really a expert when it comes to that. So I like to have a person or people in this case, yourself, who I can send someone to if they're a client of mine and they're talking about their personal health. I say, well, look, I don't know too much about that, but I know someone who does, and here's the number. Right?
The fact that you mentioned as far as the mind, because what I started to do a lot of times when I decide to steam with the herbs, it's more of my time to get to meditate. It's a calming, relaxing practice. It's kind of like a ritual. And while I steam, I meditate and I think about the things that I want to release, the things that I want to bring on. And it's so helpful. I'm just glad you mentioned that, because I try to tell people, just meditate, relax, just put your phone down and chill out while you do it, because you're getting rid of toxins and you want to bring in the stuff.
So talk to us a little bit about this. You came up with the name. It fits you, Angel, naughty by nature. I'm just joking. But talk to us a little bit about how that even ties into who you are as a person, your business. How does that tie into Angel?
How it ties to me? Well, I would say that with my family, we try so hard to take more natural approaches in life, because, with all of this health kicks that's going on, we kind of been discussing it as a family years and years ago before I could even understand. And so growing up, we'll drink the teas if we had an issue and things like that, but I just never really thought about it. So as I got older, and I guess this will kind of tie into, how I went about this. I was pregnant and I was going through it. And after I gave birth, I wasn't healing properly. And I really wanted to, not just my body, but my mind also. And I actually started doing some research, and I found a company that I ordered some herbs from. I tried it out and I was like, whoa. My doctor, like by the time I went to my 6-week checkup, he was just like, whatever you're doing, keep doing it because you're much better. And so I was like, So I did more research and I saw what those herbs did. And I was like, well, I know it's some more that could, help me. So that's when I created my own blend. And I would like to do, things that are more on the natural side. So I just knew that this business was for me. I wanted to go into this. I wanted to help other people. I'm so sorry about that. I wanted to help other people and I want to spread the word because I know there's better approaches to, help and heal your body.
Wow. So you went through an experience yourself, and that helped you not only create it, but it was based upon the past experiences as well that brought more fruition to it. So I've always been one to recognize in people and around their lives how anytime somebody chooses to do something, there's always a root to it, sure, but it always seems to be patterns in their life that led them to exactly where they're supposed to be. For instance, I've always been one to talk to people. I've always been talkative. I've always loved to talk. I've always questioned everything or everyone. My biggest question at this point in my life is the reason why I created the Coach's Corner was because I've always wanted to know, how do other people come to understanding not only who they are, but how they even started a business, or even if they don't have a business, but how that ties into the person that they are. And what I mean by that is in personality, mentality, their spirituality, and everything else that comes along with the person. It always seems as if their business or their mentality or where they are at the moment matches exactly where they are. But it comes at knowing exactly where you are at that moment. Because I'm a firm believer also that we never stop growing. I'm a firm believer in that, but I also believe that in order for us to continue to grow, we must also be an advocate, not just for our health, but also for our mental, not just stimulation, but relaxation as well. So you hit on those points, which is why I was led, I believe, to contact you and ask you for an interview. And thank you so much for taking it. I appreciate it. Now, with you, Angel by Nature, I have seen your post on Instagram, and we're going to get those handles from you later, and I'll make sure that they'll be posted in the description of the video. But when you're promoting your business to men, because I know women normally take very good to it. Okay, you gonna help me out, girl? I appreciate it. But us gentlemen, to be honest, I'm a man. I like to work out. I hit the gym. I do all these things, and I think I'm doing a very good job with my body. I think so. But then I have somebody who may look at it who is more of a naturalist like yourself. And they may say, well, you need to do this, this, and this. And just to be honest, I always question the potency of it. I always question, is it strong enough? Because I'm a man. Strong enough to handle all this, man, Is it strong enough? What is it that you would tell us men out here who are maybe too prideful to take it? Because like you said, we have everything, bodybuilding.com. We got everything to make us more manly. But what is it about natural products that you sell and that you have coming that can really help us men?
Well, what I would first ask you is, what do you think that we used back before all of the gym and the products that comes with it? It was nature. It was the herb. It's, if you had a boo-boo, a cut, they used herb. They churned it together, to heal you. If you were had a confinement cold and you're on your deathbed, they use herbs. I remember my papa went out into the woods to help my great grandmother because she had a confinement cold. And he took hours, probably about 4 hours, just to go find one herb. And he knew what to look for, like they did back in the day. And he brought it, and she didn't die. She was better. It's just always in nature. God gives us everything that we need right there. And I feel like that could be anything that you may take as a supplement, because even those supplements come from herbs. That's just how I would try to convince you. And then as far as me making that tea for you, all you have to do is brew it and drink it. You don't have to do all the rituals that we just brew it and drink it. I put something in there for everything. It could help with, preventing prostate cancer, help build muscles. It could help keep the testosterone in your body, because the older men get, you produce estrogen, and the estrogen makes the muscles, not be as firm.
Right.
Also helps erectile dysfunction, get the spark in the bed, just many different things right into that one bag of tea. And so all you have to do is drink it, and you can help your overall health.
Now, when we drink this tea, right? What's your recommendation? Should I put some sugar in it to flavor it up, or no?
No. Sugar. Let's go straight back to nature. I recommend
exactly. Raw honey.
Yes. Some people use agave. That's fine as well. But I just recommend honey as a natural sweetener. Now, me, I've gotten to the point where I don't need any sweetener at all.
Wow, that's good.
I know that, this is going to help me. And it just started tasting good on its own. I know that's weird.
No, I understand. It's sometimes like how I used to drink, because I would talk so much throughout the day. I used to come home at night and drink lemon tea to kind of help myself out, right? But I used to put like honey in it, but not just a little honey. I'm talking about I'm standing there with the honey and I'm squeezing it, and I'm squeezing. And right, I'm literally killing the honey right now because I couldn't stand just that water and tea bag taste, right? So I was one of those. But I got to a point where I was like, okay, I'm going to challenge myself to not eat as much sugar or take in as much sugar, because I was so tired to the point where I felt the sugar was going to help me in the gym, right? I'm trying to make an excuse why I need said sugar. Yeah. So I stopped doing it. And what I noticed was like my vocal cords, throat, everything was a lot better sooner rather than later. So I can attest to what you're saying just by that one thing, but I cannot say through other things that I have been as experimental or open. But speaking with you, I'm hoping to become more open. I am actually taking an interest in that holistic or naturalist way of doing things, because I do firmly believe that I've watched other people in my family who were extremely sick. I've watched people deteriorate before my very eyes. And I always wondered, like, what is it they're out there to really help them?
Yes.
Right? And I know for a fact that there is something out there. We just either know what it is and neglect to give it, or we just don't know what it is. In my case, I didn't know. I'm ignorant to it, but I would hope that there's somebody, such as yourself, who knows what to do. This is pretty cool. Now, how does all of this, as far as you got Angel by Nature LLC, you have your drive, I'm guessing, for your business, you're stepping out on faith, you're doing this thing, you're taking on your mama. How does all of that fit into not just life as a mother, but how does now having a child and a business, because a child is like, a business is like a child. You got to raise it and grow it and groom it. How does having both of those at the same time not fit into you, but how do you cope and how do you handle those two responsibilities?
The exhale told it off. I promise you that meditation really, really helps. Praying daily, like throughout the day. Like I just really have to balance Oh man, balancing with kids, it's like that's non-existent. But you know, as long as you try, and I have to meditate to keep my head in the game. I have to pray. I just that's all I can really tell you that I do. I have to, otherwise it's not going to work.
Yeah. And talk to us a little bit about where you are with your business at the moment. How can we, those who watch, not just partake, but actually become loyal customers?
Could you elaborate more on that?
Okay. How do you, so you obviously have like a website, or you have right? So you have your Instagram, your Facebook. I've seen all of those. Have your website. I guess I'll save that for the end. But what is it that you would say to the person who's watching, who is not like myself, but who is a holistic person? What would you say to that person is your specialty in this? I know you said overall wellness, but what is your specialty?
It's the lotus flower yoni steam herbs. That is my thing. I love it. I love perfecting it. It doesn't just stay one way all the time because I continuously do my research. The world is ever changing.
Right.
And so I always know what issues are new that everyone's dealing with. So I have to know how to, perk up my herbs so that it can be used by everyone. Mm-hmm. That's my baby right there. That's my specialty.
Right. And the lotus flower, what is it good for? What is the meaning behind it? Why the lotus flower? Why is the lotus flower and yoni steam?
Lotus flower because that particular flower actually grows in muddy water.
Sure.
So it closes and opens. So the fact that it could still go through all of that, supposed to be ugliness, and it still comes out into something so beautiful. And that's why I say lotus flower, because our womb, yoni, it represents so many things, and it goes through so much from childbirth, monthly issues, and it still comes out to be a beautiful thing. It still produces life. It's just the cream of the crop.
Cool. Now I'm going to get into the nitty gritty. You ready?
Okay.
So tell me, what is it that you really want out of your business?
For more people to be aware of how they can use these holistic products and natural things so that they can better their lives. It's already known that a lot of stuff out there doesn't really help us, but just kind of puts a Band-Aid on the issue. But just to know that it's something more natural that can help you in your whole well-being. It could even just, while it's helping your body, it's stimulating your mind as well, just to be better overall. You have better attitude, not just, a better body, but better attitude. And that means everything. So yeah, that's what I really live for.
And what is it that you want out of yourself?
To just stay true to myself by, always providing information. I always want to be kind to everyone. And as long as I use these and meditate, I know that I will. I just want to always be growing. I always do my research. You can't just stay in one spot and think that you're going to go someplace. So as long as I'm forever moving, forever, I don't mind engaging with people. I just love when people come to me, it just to be helpful to others. It just makes me feel better about myself.
And your business and you are one, it seems as if. But what I'm thinking of is this. Look at you and I'm listening and I'm like, okay, she seems like she has a great handle on this, right? She seems like she knows what she's doing, and she has a passion or a compassion, it seems as if, for mothers, for the womb, for what women go through. What advice would you give to the person who has that same type of compassion or passion, and their passion or their specialty, if you will, is mixed into an entire marketplace? How would that person make that thing, if you will, expand itself in that umbrella?
Oh. I'm Nike right now, but just do it.
Yeah.
You have anything that you really just feel And then write it down. I'm a firm believer in writing something down, because then you had etched it forever. And once you've written it down, you're more likely to do something with it. Anything that's on your mind, something that you're passionate about, just, go for it. Let other people know. If it's something that you know is going to benefit yourself, why not tell the world? Why not tell everyone else? And being that that's going to be your passion, once you do that, hey, you can make money off of it too. That's
Sure.
not first, thing. But when you're really, really into your passion, you can make a living off of it. If it's genuine. If it's genuine. If it's something that you can do without the money, you can do it with money as well.
I love that, because I'm always saying that before I started Well-Rounded Consulting, I was already doing this for free, technically. And I just did it for the joy of it, because of the fact I like to see other people reach the next level in their life and actually be better for it. I've figured out a way to put myself in a position now where in my business, people who hire me or bring me in to do a job or to do something for them, they recognize that the reason the name is Well-Rounded Consulting is because Milton himself is also a well-rounded consultant, right? So he has everything, or encompasses everything that we need in this business to get to the next level. I mean, you're talking about you taking companies from maybe thousands in earnings to millions in earnings, which is a blessing, or something I'm glad to put on my back. But at the same token, what if I'm just doing that thing because, hey, I'm good at it? But what about it? The fact that I'm doing it, that I have an actual passion and a love for it, and not just on the business side. I try not to get into the life coaching personal side too much, because my clients watch, and I don't want them to feel like, oh, he's throwing shade. You know what I mean? He's putting my business out there just a little bit. If anybody knows me, they know that's me. I don't want to be that guy. But even on that side, which is where I have a true love for, is helping people overcome themselves in order to get to where they need to be. I really, really believe that even in your business, because if you're telling me that I can give my wife some Lotus Flower Bomb, I'm just messing up, that's the name of the song. But if I can give my wife some of your product, the Lotus Flower products, and some Yoni Steam, considering that we did just have a child 6 months ago. 6 months ago, God Almighty, time is flying. But 6 months, 6 months ago, we welcomed our baby girl into the earth. And if I can help her get to a place of mental stability right after that, maybe I can also help a lot of other women get to a place where there's less postpartum depression.
Yes, indeed.
Right. So my mind goes to that, because I'm looking at this or yourself as, oh my God, like you have a ministry with that. Right. Women are having children left and right, and more importantly,
Oh yes, they are.
Yeah, and more importantly, young women too, and they need a means to an end. We are sometimes so lost that we don't know what to do. But if you have someone such as yourself in the community speaking on what you're doing and helping people understand that you do not have to depend on all drugs, if you will, to heal you. You can find that same thing in the very nature and the air that you breathe, and it can do something for your body, and it will probably take better to your body, because in some beliefs, your body comes from the same earth that you'll take you back in. You need that same earth to live. You need the water from the earth to live. You need the grains and everything else, and the animals if you eat, meat or whatever the case may be. So the earth and you are pretty much married in one. So if you have, thinking about the lotus flower is like, wow, so it's muddy waters. I'm thinking about muddy waters, and I know for a fact, I've been in mud. I've played football all my life, and you know, you don't find anything surviving in that. I mean, at all. You know what I mean? So I think that's amazing, Angel, that you're doing that. And I'm hoping not only just success for you, but I'm hoping that you take this to a level where I believe, or where I see it probably could go, and you help every lady out here deal with something that either A, they're confident about or not. And that is, I said it earlier when we were off camera, but they're honey pie. So, all right. So, I'm sorry, I went on a little tangent, but digging back in with you, you have, like I said, the business, you got your own family going, and you said, just do it, just Nike, just go for it, just be all in. What would you say to the person who is struggling with their commitment? They have the passion, they have the love, they would do it for free, but they, for some odd reason, can't commit. What would you say to that person?
To find someone that they trust that could help them. I mean, you can't always depend on everyone, but pray first and foremost, because he controls everything. And you have to seek him. And if you can get past that, and you can find someone that you trust enough to know your inner thoughts, a life coach, someone who can actually help push you, like, honestly, because you can't do it alone, and sometimes you're too scared to even mention it to someone. But if you could just find that one person who can help push you, and it could be your kids, just look to your kids, look at that. They should be the one to drive you already. Postpartum, that's one thing that's very, very real with men or women, and it could really, really get you down. But just try to think of the things that matter in life. And even if you don't think you matter, look to your kids, or look to and help give you that push. And look up there and, just pray and meditate. Just really try to get yourself inside of that space. But I know everyone has a motivation, whether it's your kids or God or someone in particular.
So drawing on those motivations to stay committed, not only to a relationship with another person, but also to your business, I believe is very important. I'm so committed to what I'm doing to the point where it encompasses my family already. If that makes any sense whatsoever. Like, what I'm doing is not disconnected from the fact that I'm a husband. It's not disconnected from the fact that I'm a father. All of those things work together. They're all one. Hence the well-rounded, right? So it's all in one, right? So for you, not just advice, but listening to your business, now I want to know from you how, matter of fact, tell me, and maybe this is a stupid question, but I don't believe there's any stupid question. What does your perfect client look like?
Just anyone who look in the mirror.
Wow. All right then. The whole world.
Client, like, seriously, because I feel like a single being can use what I have. That's just, honestly, it's the one size fit all type of thing. That's just how I feel, honestly. Wow.
So anybody who looks in the mirror, who looks in a camera, who looks at a phone, who looks, anybody who is awake and above ground. Wow. So cool, man. You know what? I'm very happy to hear that. I want you to tell us, how do we get in touch with you? What is your handles? Give us everything, and I will put it also in the description. Okay.
Well, first and foremost, I know
I'm
probably going to edit this out. I need to make sure this thing don't die.
Okay, go ahead. Thanks.
Well, my website is thenatureangel.com. That's TheNatureAngel.com. Also, you can follow me on Instagram at Angel by Nature LLC. And you can find me on Facebook. My Facebook page is Angel by Nature.
Awesome. Did you want to give us any type of Are you running any specials this month? Are you doing anything for people who go ahead and go forward? Do you want to give us any pricing, anything like that? Or you just want people to research?
What I am working on now is a package for women with child, pregnancy. That is something very, very big. And it's going to include, women can't steam while they're pregnant because it can cause contractions. We want you to be safe. But I use pregnancy safe herbs for the pregnant women so that they can soak their feet, drink some tea, whether they deal with, morning sickness very bad. I will have that in there as well. And just some more things. So that's something I'm working on for this month. I will be running specials. I tell people always to look out because I'm forever running specials. That's just how much I wish that I could share with everyone.
Wow. So everybody, please do Angel by Nature, Miss Angel Foggy, a good favor, and do yourself a favor. Follow her. Not just follow, but go ahead and be a patron. You never know, man. You may do one thing that could change your entire life. I am myself going to be a patron. I will do it because I know my wife is going to want to look on and she's going to want to see what's going on because she's very much so into that. She does her own body butters and things of that nature. So she's very much into, so she's...
Need her information.
yeah. She's into the skin and all of this kind of stuff. And I'm like, hey, look, I just appreciate somebody who doesn't want me to be edgy. You know what I mean?
Real love right there.
That's real love, man. So look, I'm gonna end it with this last question. After we've heard the handles, last question. I want you to tell me how much, not only that you love this business or love what you're doing, but how much of it is so much a part of your life that it feels as if you weren't doing it, you wouldn't be doing nothing at all.
Ooh, 1000%. Like, this is my life. Like, honestly, I actually left a toxic work environment to do this. Like, this is me. This is all me. I feel like this is what God called me to do. I shouldn't be doing anything else. And, for the fact that it helps you live life, in a better way, that also, it just keeps me going. This is my lifestyle, honestly. And the fact that I could, bring it to everyone else, like, this is my life. This ties into me. I cannot picture myself doing anything else, honestly. I could picture myself adding on, some trades and things, but this is number one. This is me.
Wow. So it's all her, it's all you, it's all everything. So whenever you see Angel by Nature in your local Target, Walmart, Amazon, whatever, we're going to speak that into existence, believing that you're going to make it to that, because there is not only just a market for you, but there is a need for what you're doing. All over this beautiful world that we have, there's a need. All right, so look, man, thank you so much for joining the Coach's Corner. I really appreciate you. I appreciate you coming on and sharing with us about Angel by Nature. I'm going to have the descriptions in the, all the handles, Instagram, the website, everything in the description. So make sure you follow, make sure you like, and underneath the video, leave us comments, anything that you need for us to answer or talk to you about. And yeah, man, we love y'all. You got any last words for us, Angel?
I love you all.
All right. All right then.